Hello again, Christian entrepreneurs. Hello again. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Faith and Vision. I am your host, Desiree. We had some technical issues earlier, but my guest is back and she's with me. She will continue on talking about her marvelous or great business here that she named Candy Girl Creation. So she will tell us again how did she come up with the name and how did the vision come about. So I will put her on the screen here. Hi, Candace. So sorry about what happened, but let's keep on moving because, like you said, we are children of God, and whatever the enemy is doing, that is not my problem.
Exactly.
Go
Exactly.
ahead.
All right. So we just have to keep moving forward. So
Let's keep moving.
Candy Girl, I am the owner of Candy Girl Creations. It is my business. It is my vision. It is my dream that's come alive. So I officially started Candy Girl Creations this year in 2020. And it's crazy because I started a business in the middle of a pandemic. So
Oh,
why Candy Girl Creations? Why even the name Candy Girl? Well, Candy Girl is my nickname. It's the name that my family calls me. It's the name that excites me. Not too many people know that. I come from a big extended family. So Candy Girl is a common name, but it's not a name that is put out there to the world until 2020. So
mm-hmm.
I love what I do and I do what I love. I went boldly to the Lord and I said, I want to have my own brand. And what does that brand look like? What does it feel like? What should I do? I'm very creative. I have a background in graphic design, visual arts. I create a lot of things. I'm into realism. I draw, I paint, I sew.
Whoa,
I
whoa.
have lot of different gifts. I make shirts, I make bags, I make masks. So God has just been so good to me throughout this journey. Don't get me wrong, I've had some trying times. And that's not something I publicize to the world all the time. I've had trying times. This has not been easy at all. It has not been easy. But when I look at how far I've come from the time that I really announced this to the world to say, hey, this is my brand. I'm going to do this and I'm going to keep going. It's been amazing. It has been so worth it. It has been such a blessing. It has been so magnificent. And it has been nothing but God bringing everything, it all to life.
Hmm. Thank you, Candace. I love the passion. We can actually feel how passionate you are about your business, about your creation, about what you are making, and this is really, really, really this is contagious, because I do have myself a jewelry business, and you can tell sometimes I can just stay up late until 3 a.m. because I really love what I do. So I don't feel like it's actually work. It doesn't feel like you are working. It feels like you are just sharing your passion to the world, and you want everybody to know about what you are doing, or what you are making. So thank you. So my next question here, like I was telling you earlier, um because the custom marketing industry is a very, very competitive market. So
Mhm.
how are you able to stand out? So what are you doing differently for your customers?
Oh, good question. So I look at different designs. I'm also looking at how I use different materials. So when you
Mm-hmm.
look at one of the bags that I have behind me, like this brown sugar bag, this is
Mm-hmm.
something that I've seen before. And I did my research. I try not to duplicate things. I want to put my own label on it and have my own brand. I will buy some images. There's no problem with that. I will buy some images and own those and then manipulate and change them to make them my own. So staying competitive is really understanding your market. Who am I marketing? Or
Mm-hmm.
what I'm interested in? And am I creating something that they'll like? Am I creating something that they need, such as mask, So kids masks, stuff like that. Shirts, we all have to get dressed every day. So, having things that attracts people and has that interest is helping stay a little bit ahead of the curve. I my business is growing. So I will tell you, I have really built my customer base, and that has been on a prayer. I'm gonna put that on the shirt. I am living on a prayer. Um, but yeah, my customer base is just continuously growing, because I'm creating products that you just can't walk into a general store and actually achieve. And then I also try to
Mm,
accessible. So if someone calls me today and says, "Hey, I need a shirt," it's Thursday. "Hey, I need a shirt by Thursday, or I need it by Sunday, or can you make me 5 items and can I get it next week?" I will work through that, and be open and honest about it if I can make that happen. Because a lot of
mhm.
my, for inventory wise, I do have on hand.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So basically, I think the word for you is you are very flexible. Because I know that if
Yeah.
I call, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a name out there. If I call Vistaprint or anything, those big brands name, it can take up to anywhere from 7 to 10 days. And as busy moms, you don't have time. Sometimes you have a tendency to forget about things, and then you're a mompreneur. You have to and then you work full time. It's a lot of things going on at the same time. So definitely, so we will go to you if you want something, quick, right? If you want something, one, customized, and two, if we can have it like in a shorter delay or in a shorter time, sorry. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for answering that question. So my next question here is, what did you do to help prepare yourself to launch a business? What
Okay.
did you do?
Having a business, when I tell you, when you are ready to have a business, you need to get ready, right? You do
Mm,
ready for the unexpected. Expect some things to happen. Expect to be in some situations where you're gonna fail at things.
mm,
Of shirts that I made that it's just my oops pile, but people
mm-hmm.
see that, people don't know about that. And guess what? It's okay. And if I make a oops shirt or a oops blanket, I don't spend all day like, oh, I made this blanket and it sucked and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, what's next? What I have to do next? What did I learn from that? So
Mm,
instead of business, you need a plan. You need a prayer, my personal opinion. If you have a foundation of faith, you need a prayer, you need a vision, you need a plan. So,
mm-hmm.
writing it down, putting it in your mobile device, using your laptop, what are you going to do? What's your name of your business? What do you want to target? Who do you want to target? What is
Mm-hmm.
it like? Do you have a symbol? Do you have a mission statement? Do you want a
Mm-hmm.
web? Going to use social media? Are you going to print things? I'm going to say you are going to need to have some type of money to invest into it, because if you're
Definitely.
products such as the shirt that I have on. This is a design that I launched over last week.
Definitely.
I was at an event at Oakview Mall, and this actually has been in my heart for a couple of months. And I was like, let's do it. Put it on a blanket, put it on a mouse pad, put it on a shirt. Someone approached me and said, I had this on a white shirt, and they said, I want a long sleeve with white text. I'm like, let's make it happen. I'll get it to you in 2 days. Let's do it. So I made that happen. Other thing is, you need a good support system. You need people that are not like-minded like you. And I say that because you want people to challenge you in a way like, I don't know if I really like that. It's not something I would buy. Or I really like that because that speaks to my spirit or my family or my friends. You want a good support system of people that are different. Somebody that may have
Yes.
a accounting background that you don't have. It's okay. Somebody that may be running a fitness center, maybe your brand is not geared to fitness, but you're thinking outside of the box, and maybe you can play off ideas with each other. So doing that, and then finding different vendors that you want to work with. So with t-shirts, I had to work with different vendors and then different styles and material. I needed to test it out before I sell. Will it shrink? Are the letters going to fall off? If it gets too hot in the dryer, stuff like that. You need to know what you're selling. And if you're not going to wear it, guess what? No one else is going to wear it. If you're not going to use it, no one else is going to use it. So also, if you're going to be your brand, you need to be your brand. Be your brand all the time. because you just never know when an opportunity is going to present itself.
That is so true. That is so true. And you know what? Everything while you were I was typing everything while you were working. I mean, you were talking. So hopefully they got it. They wrote it down. So you need a plan, a vision. You need to pray. You need a great support system. You need an accountability partner. You need to be able to work well with your vendor. So those are, and then be your brand, wear your brand. Yes, I can see that you are wearing your brand. And what does it say? Is it Native Omaha or
So this
North Omaha?
is so this is Nebraska native. So I also
Nebraska Native. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Nebraska. So
Awesome.
I also have in the background, turning this way, I am North Omaha. So I represent.
I saw that.
So other things I have other products that are going to be coming out in 2021. So look for that. Candy Girl Creations is expanding. So we're
Yay.
excited about that opportunity, some more trademarks, some different products, just another level, like just leveling up. So yeah.
That is awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about it, or is it just a surprise? What are you, so
It's
what's coming up? What's new?
what's new. It's
Give
going to
us just
be
one. Just give us just one product that it will be coming out in next year here.
one
One
product.
new one.
Transition. We got what, 14 days until we transition into 2021. So
Yeah,
I will
so you can open up. You can tell us.
I actually want to get together because once it hits, I know it's definitely going to be hot. So there's just some new designs that I am coming out with that I believe will be trending. I'm also going to expand into more so like the greeting card line. So I make customized cards and stuff like that. So Candy Girl
Oh,
Creation, Candy Girl Expressions is what we're going to call it. And then move from there. There's just not
that
enough
is
day. I wake up every day. I tell you what, I wake up every day and no one knows this. And it's like that excitement of what's next. What amazing creation can I do today? And if I may wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I may wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But I'll tell you this, majority of the days I do get some sleep. I am going to get some sleep. I need sleep. A Black woman that doesn't have enough rest is not one you want to be around. So
exactly right. I like that. I like that. I like that. That is so true. That is so true. We need to rest a little. And then you know what? In order to be creative, you need to have enough sleep. Your brain needs to rest. So that is really important. So entrepreneurs, get some rest as much as you can. Don't
it is
spend long hours on you will not be profitable, or you will not profit your body. That is not good for you. You need to sleep. You need to sleep in order to you know, uh, get those creative cells working. All
exactly.
right. So, but it's so difficult because you are running the show. You are the one man show. So you're doing the orders. You are taking orders. You are shipping the orders. You make sure that the customers is served. So sometimes you don't even have time to sleep. You have to get it done,
You do.
especially now with the holiday season.
Exactly. And so the holidays, I'm glad a lot of my customers have thought in advance because, like,
Hmm.
I'm not to a third party to print my stuff. I'm actually doing it myself. Like this mouse pad. I don't know if you
Wow.
see it. I printed
Yes.
this. I'll print it, I'll package it, I label it, customize it. If someone wants a name added, I do that. So I have the capabilities and the unique gifts and the materials just to make that happen. And I tell you what, making something and then packaging it and labeling, it takes just that amount of time.
Oh,
So
I'm sure.
to have time in order to make things happen. And as I was saying earlier, have a notebook. It's okay. Go old school with it. Pen and paper. Write it down. If your mind
I do that.
going, I've had days where I've stayed up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, knowing
Mm-hmm.
I up and do something at 8 a.m. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and getting to the point where I have to say, turn it off. Tomorrow's going to be another day. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
um we're going to get on it and it'll all work out. And if it's a commitment, if I've overcommitted myself, I have to own that and say, hey, I may have overcommitted myself. I may need one more day, or I may need a couple more hours. That's okay.
Mm.
I say high expectations for myself, so I try not to put myself in that position.
I really like what you are saying. It's and I really like, because some of our customers really understand. They really understand where we are coming from, and they really understand that some days are just more hectic. Some days you don't really have time for yourself, and I think that they do understand that we have the passion, but it's only us, it's only us doing all of the work. And definitely, being an entrepreneur, it's a lot of work, guys. If you are listening to us, it's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding and so worth it to see your vision come to fruition, to see your vision come to life. This is so rewarding. So don't be afraid about, don't be worried or afraid about what we are telling you tonight. It's so, look at us. We're so happy. It's
Yeah.
true. We can be very exhausted, but when you have that customer that leaves you that feedback, and that's so, that because you change their lives, or you know this is so rewarding. I enjoy being an entrepreneur. But Candice, this is not about me, it's about you tonight.
About
So my next question here, is, I think you already mentioned it. You mentioned the pandemic. So it really, really, truly changed some of the small businesses activities here. So how are you able to adapt? What did you have to change in your business,
oh,
to be able to continue to serve your customer?
that is a good. So using my social media platforms has been really my biggest push on attracting customers. And
Mm-hmm.
I've told other people, especially women in smaller groups, is have multiple social media platforms. So if you're on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, make sure you're on IG, get on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, use other places to showcase your items, because not everyone is just focused on one thing. Not everyone is on Facebook, right? Facebook
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
so especially with the younger generation, they're doing other,
Mm-hmm.
especially with TikTok rolling out. So just really, I would say expanding your brand, having your,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll never know when someone will come up to you. I've had plenty of people come up to me as I was wearing my Rudolph shirt, so that I posted last week. I was wearing my Rudolph shirt. People were like stopping me at the mall. I love it. I need it. Business
Oh,
card,
wow.
my phone. Here you go. Check me out. If you're interested, go ahead and order it. I have it in this color and this color option, and I can do it in any size. Just let me know. So, I mean, like I said, expanding how you market your brand. Business cards are really, really good. And if you decide that you can't afford that as you're starting out, because it is a little expensive to start a business from like grassroots, from the ground up, not taking
Mm-hmm.
some vision, not taking someone else's idea, starting your own, putting your own. If God brought it to you, he brought you to it, he'll bring you through it, right? We've heard that as people of faith, we've heard that many times.
Yes,
So taking it and then building it, just understand it takes time, it takes courage, it takes
it
strength, it
does.
prayer, it takes some finances, it takes some sacrifices. If you got to eat some peanut butter and jelly today, guess what? It's okay. In a couple months, or a couple weeks, you're not always going to eat peanut butter and jelly. And I'm not knocking it. I'll eat me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a glass of milk. Ain't no problem with it. But sometimes
Mm-hmm.
fish, but making sacrifices to get to where you need to be, it's okay, because again, you are investing into yourself. You can't expect other people to invest into you if you're not willing to invest into yourself. It is a
That's
sacrifice.
true. It is. It is a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice. So I am writing. I am putting. I'm putting some of the tips here on the screen, and then you said you need to market your brand on social media and really invest into yourself. It's important. It's important. And of course, all of us, you need to make sacrifices. I was telling my husband, and I was telling him, well, life is hard. He said, yes, honey, you have to go get it. In order for you to be successful, you have to do things that other people won't do.
Mhm.
That's that bottom line. So eating a peanut butter sandwich is what you have to do,
Exactly.
to be successful tomorrow. If you have to eat it a whole week, go for it.
Exactly.
It will pay off eventually. And then, like you said, because we believe in a big God, we believe in God.
Yeah.
Eventually, as you keep your faith up, you trust in the Lord, you know it will make it come to pass.
Yeah. He
You know it will make you great. And
exactly.
we believe in that. Um, Candace, thank you so much again. Thank you so much. I am having fun here, and I don't want that show to stop. I don't want that conversation that we are having to stop, because really I can feel that energy, and I'm very really I'm very happy. I can feel that energy. I can feel the passion that you have for your business. I can feel the love that you have for our Lord Jesus Christ, and I am happy that I finally met you.
Yeah.
I am happy because I can tell that we'll have a great relationship.
You
Definitely, build a great relationship. You're a great woman. I love your spirit.
are you. Thank you
So,
so much.
one, and I think I asked you that question before. One common challenge faced by those women entrepreneurs is to conquer, is the fear of conquering your failures. So how were you able to overcome that?
Okay. So, in order to overcome your failures, you have to
Mm-hmm.
understand what are you afraid to fail at. So, be
Mm,
open with yourself.
mm-hmm.
And then, really identifying what are your weaknesses? What are some areas of opportunity that you, as a woman, want to work on and need to work on? If you're worried about what people will say, maybe you need to not focus on everyone's opinion, but what are your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts about you? God say about you. You know what I mean? God
Mm-hmm.
said that He
Mm-hmm.
made you of Him. So He is not failed. He is not
Mm-hmm.
failed at anything, right? He said that He made you more than a conqueror. That means you can achieve so many great things. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. On a positive note, we want to keep it positive, but He says you can do all things. Now, we do have to keep in mind, He said you can do all things, but it may not be today, right? It may not
Mm,
be tomorrow. It may not be next week. It is going to be God's time, but you want to have that faith, right?
mm,
11:1 says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you have to believe that whatever it is that's holding you back, that you can overcome that and achieve that. And if you're not able to do that on your own, get a good support system that can hold you accountable. Figure out ways on how you can step outside of your comfort zone, because if you want to stick in a box, that box is going to give you limitations. Don't set yourself up for failure by creating boundaries and limitations.
mm-hmm. Oh, amen to that. Amen to that. Yes. Thank you, Candace. So, failure is definitely holding us back. Is definitely a killer. And I think as women, I'm not sure. I want to say I'm not sure why we're so fearful, because we were actually able to give birth to some uh, children here, to some kids. So I am not sure why we are so fearful, but I understand. And I completely understand, because when you're out there and then you have to put your life savings into a business that you don't even know that it will, bear fruits tomorrow. Yes, it's definitely um worrisome, especially if you have kids and all that. So I understand, but I also understand the power of vision. I
Yeah.
also understand that with God we can do all things. And I understand that you have to put a foot forward. You have to try at least. You have to try. You cannot sit down and be fearful all the time. You have to try and let God, help you. Let God bring again that vision to life, come, pass to life. This is important. So, Candice, thank you. My last question here, and then unfortunately, audience, we have, I have some friends here asking me about you. Who is she? Who is she? She's, I said, that's my new friend. So it looks like people are watching and they really they love what you are telling us tonight. They love that interaction. They love what you are making, the difference that you are making out there. So keep going, Candice. Great job, really. Um, I think what do you want to tell the entrepreneurs there? Maybe things that I did not mention during that interview. What are the tips that you have for us here that will, especially women? Tonight, let's think about our women out there. Maybe our a black woman out there, or any woman out there that would like to really take that leap of faith and open the business, What do you want to tell them tonight?
I will say for any woman out there, remember you are bold, you are unique, and you were created for so much more. God
Mm,
some amazing things to you. And I say this many a times for people that are connected with me. He can do some amazing things to you, and he can do some amazing things through you. So
mm,
always look for the opportunity. And sometimes what seems like a setback can really be a setup for success. Women, you just so courageous. I haven't had the opportunity or the pleasure of birthing kids, but I
mm-hmm,
all the time. There are some things that you have done that is way harder than this. So why are you allowing maybe something this big to hold you back from getting
mm-hmm,
level? Your faith can move mountains. One of my favorite scriptures is Matthew 17:20. It's faith of a mustard seed. Have you ever seen how big a mustard seed is? And if you haven't, message me. I'll give you some. A mustard seed is so small, it's so little. And that scripture says, if you have faith of a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move, and nothing will be impossible for you.
mm,
So
mm,
stay focused, building on your foundation of faith, overcoming your fears, do the unexpected, do the amazing. You just never know. You might surprise yourself. There's been plenty of days in 2020, 2019, 2018. I've had to take a step back and be like, girl, you is getting it today. I'm not getting it away. But be like, I did that. Like, I created that. God poured into me. I give all praises and honor to him. But then I look at, I'm like, this is magnificent. This is amazing. And I was involved. It came from me. So trust and believe that what you have is real. Stay positive and stay encouraged. If something's not working for you, then figure out how to make it work for you.
yes,
I work in my business, and I'll tell you this, and not a lot of people know that. I refuse to sink. I refuse to fail. Failure is not an option. So I'm going to work as if it is my best day every time I show up. I work for myself. So
yes,
I don't have anybody telling me, hey, you got to get on it. Hey, you got to get this done. Hey, this isn't working. Da, 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 da. I may have my support system, but I don't have anybody writing my back or anybody that I'm reporting straight to. I do have to
mm.
look at some of my designs and be like, is this bold? I mean, I used to ask myself, is this going to get me in trouble? And then I'm like, with who? Who's it going to get me in trouble with? Like,
Hmm. Come on, come on.
okay. It's okay. You do want to protect yourself, protect your brand, protect your image. You know,
Yes,
be respectful, but do you and shine. I my family, I remind my family, especially the younger generation, star is in my last name. So God created me to shine,
hmm.
There's no giving up. There's no, stepping back. You got 2 feet because he wants you to move forward. That's why he didn't put eyes on the back of your head, because he don't want you focused on what's behind you. He wants you
Yes,
focused in what's in front of you and what's yet to come.
yes,
You got me
yes.
preaching today.
I
Pitching on a
see. I
Thursday.
love it. You might have to come back again so that we can definitely focus on that, like just the preaching. You need to preach to the women entrepreneurs out there. Great job. Great job. It was really a pleasure for me to have you tonight. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. This is really, truly, I think, my passion, hearing all those entrepreneurs' journey, hearing your journey tonight was a pleasure, musing to my ear. And then I'm so happy that again you really accepted my invitation. That was so, thank you, Candace. Thank you so much. I think I'm just gonna leave you with one word, women entrepreneur there. And it is do you and shine. That's the words from Candice Starks herself. Do you and shine. Candice, we really appreciate you again tonight. Thank you so much for your time. And then we will see you around. Keep that beautiful shirt for me because I'm going to come and get it.
I, I'll get ready for you. All right.
Great, great. Good night. Bye bye. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
Yes. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa to you too. It's going to be a
Yes,
great one. We are getting ready for it. It's time to
ye-
shine.
yes, it's time to shine. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Too.
Guys, I'm just gonna leave that on the screen. Like Candice Stark said, do you and shine. I would also like to tell you that tomorrow I will be speaking to an event here for the women of my church. So please connect. I think it will be a Zoom call. So I will try to share the flyer here for you. I'll try to share the flyer. So please join us. And I promise to those the participant that I will give you well, your name will be put in a drawing basically, and you will earn one free piece of jewelry from me. So I will pick three winners. So join us tomorrow. I think it will start from 8 to 9, but I will make sure to share the flyer on my page, on my Facebook page. It's always a pleasure to be here, guys. It's always a pleasure to bring you those amazing kingdom minded entrepreneurs. And I will see you next time. Until then, do you and shine. Good night and Merry Christmas.